So what's going on, guys? The truck guy here. Today I wanted to get back to you with another unboxing and review, and today I wanted to review the STANLEY FATMAX locking retractable utility knife. If you're into tools, knives, and tackling jobs around the house and yard, please check out my channel and hit that subscribe button, guys. Alright guys, so the STANLEY FATMAX locking retractable utility knife. We've got another STANLEY FATMAX utility knife here. And guys, I picked this up for $12.99 on Amazon. So it is going to set you back a little bit, but not too bad, guys. And I could not find this STANLEY FATMAX at Home Depot. They've got a few STANLEYs at Home Depot, but nowhere near the line that STANLEY's got out there. And STANLEY FATMAX, they've got a huge line of utility knives, but you don't see these too often at Home Depot, guys. So let's take a look at the FATMAX locking retractable utility knife. So guys, as you can see, the quick change blade, the knife actually splits open. So a really unique, really cool feature from STANLEY FATMAX. And guys, they're hooking us up with 3 blades. So STANLEY is being generous to us, guys. They're hooking us up. They're giving us some blades to start with. So let's go ahead and get this out of the packaging and see what we think. So guys, to get this out of the packaging, I'm going to go ahead and loosen the large button here in the center, which is how you split the knife open. So you actually just roll the knife, or excuse me, roll the button to the left here, get that button as loose as you can get, and then you actually just press up on the STANLEY FATMAX utility knife. That's going to get our packaging out. We'll set our packaging aside. But as you guys can see, just a very interesting knife. Just a really cool feature from STANLEY. And that's actually going to open the knife up so we can put our blade in, and it's going to open our knife up so we can access our blade storage. So we'll grab one of 3 of our blades. And not the easiest blade storage. You know, I'm not a huge fan of this kind of tab that they've got in there. You know, that's going to keep your blades to the side, but not the easiest thing to work with a sharp blade like that. But, you know, not the worst thing in the world. You can probably get, you know, maybe 5 or 6 blades in there. And we'll extend our slider and then reopen our... Well, I guess you have to have the slider fully retracted, I guess. Let's take a look here. Let's try to get our blade in. And it looks like that blade pops right in. And then we'll close our knife and we'll tighten our button, get it fully tightened. And there's the knife, guys. Your blade pops right out. And guys, you know, I'm liking that slider on this STANLEY FATMAX. So kind of an odd mechanism there, guys, to get the knife, you know, to get the blade in, to get the knife open, to access your blade storage. Kind of an odd mechanism, very unique from STANLEY FATMAX, but that slider is great. You know, it is a plastic body knife, but you've got a metal slider. So kind of, you know, I think a decent build quality, not the best I've seen from STANLEY, but you know, this knife feels pretty good in the hand. I like the grip. It's got some really nice grip on the bottom, and it's not overly big. So I think, you know, this is a good kind of mid-tier STANLEY knife. You know, if you're not doing any tough jobs, I could see this plastic being solid for, you know, opening boxes, things of that nature. You know, it's all here, guys. You've got your basic STANLEY utility knife. This is nothing, you know, it's nothing special. You know, I don't think it's going to hold up like some of the other STANLEY FATMAXs. If you're looking for a STANLEY knife that's, you know, going to hold up better, I would go with kind of a larger STANLEY FATMAX like this. This is going to be able to take a much more healthy beating. than the knife I'm reviewing right now. But guys, this is a nice knife. Again, it does feel a little cheap. You know, now that I've got it in my hand and I'm, you know, kind of able to scope out the knife, it does feel a little on the cheaper side, but it's not a bad knife. What you're really getting is just kind of this unique mechanism, guys, and you know, loosening this button, you've got your utility knife that can fly open, you know, easily change the blade, but you know, it's not going to be the easiest change in the world. You know, you're really going to have to handle that blade. I think this could probably be a little bit more dangerous than some of the other knives because you're fiddling with things. You know, you can always get nicked by that blade. I want to try to get it open when it's extended. We'll see if I can get the knife open when we've got our blade extended. And there is a lock in there, guys, so you're only going to be able to access that blade with the blade and the slider fully retracted. So then you can loosen your button and you can pop out your blade, and as you can see, it actually, when you fully open the knife, the blade actually comes away from the housing, and that's kind of a cool feature, guys. If you can see that, it actually pulls that blade out for you to get it extended. It's a little bit easier access. But guys, if you don't like fiddling with the knife and, you know, accessing your blades like that, you're probably not going to like this knife. But it's all there, guys. You know, I think this is a really unique knife. And let's see if we can get it closed up again. And we've got a little bit of an issue here with the Stanley FatMax. It's not wanting to close. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we've got going here, guys. And I think this is kind of the issue that you're going to run into with a knife like this, is it's almost so unique that you can run into issues kind of opening and closing this knife. We'll get the blade out here. We'll give it a tap on the table and see if we can get it back in place here. There we go, guys. There we go. So a little bit of a finicky knife, I would say, too. So I've kind of come full circle on this knife, guys. I wasn't a huge fan to start, but I like the slider. I like some of the features, but guys, I think it's just too unique. I think Stanley FatMax, I think, you know, they've been known to hit some home runs, but I think this is just a little too unique. I think a lot of guys are just going to struggle with this, you know, this mechanism to change the blade and, you know, get the knife open. You know, I just don't think it lends itself to tough jobs and to changing blades quickly and, you know, getting your job done. So I don't think I'd recommend this. I think it's unique. If you like it, go ahead and pick it up, but it is on the a little bit on the expensive side at $12.99. And I've only seen it on Amazon, so feel free to check it out, but I would not recommend this Stanley FatMax if you're just looking for, you know, a new utility knife. So that's it, guys. Please hit me up with a like or subscribe if you can. And as always, we'll talk to you on the next video.